Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about various types of pneumatic tires that is used in an automobile. And you might have noticed that there is various numbers and alphabets all over the sidewalls of the tires, and today I will talk about what these numbers mean and how we can find the abilities of the pneumatic tire. Mainly there are two types, bias ply and radial ply tires. First we will look at what is a carcass is. Carcass is the most crucial part in a tire that is adding to the strength of the tire. It is made up of a blend between rubber and steel coats, and it is placed near the bed of the tire. Here you can see this is shown as a radial tires carcass, and depending on the construction variation there are two types. First we will look at the cross ply tires. Here the plies and cables are arranged in a diagonally opposite manner. Here you can see in the figure in the left side. So the belts and carcass all shows a same characteristics in a bias ply tires, but in a radial ply tire you can see that the cables are arranged in a radial manner. Here you can see the red codes there. This is a radial ply tire, and there is an additional steel belt in a radial ply tire which is adding to the strength of the tire, and the steel belts are arranged diagonally opposite to each other. Here the steel belts are represented as yellow and blue lines. Here this is arranged in a crisscross manner in a radial ply tire. And because of the constructional variation of radial as well as bias tire, they shows very different kind of performance. You can see the construction of the radial tire make them more flexible compared to bias ply tires. So when we ride, the radial ply tires will provide a wider contact patch area compared to bias ply tires, which means it can provide more grip than bias ply tires. Bias ply tires have a lengther contact patch but very less width, so it won't be that much provide handling compared to radial ply. Radial ply tires can provide better handling than cross ply or bias ply tires. Because of its bigger contact patch area, it will provide a more uniform wear. It is because it have a more evenly distributed pressure and temperature all over its contact patch. So it will provide more life than bias ply, but bias ply tires have a temperature concentration more in the center of the contact patch, so the wear will be higher in the center of the contact patch, so it will have lesser life compared to radial ply tires. So bias ply doesn't have an evenly distributed temperature. Radial tires, I already said that it is more flexible, so it will be able to provide more cushion effect during travel, so it can provide more smooth driving and driving comfort. But bias ply are more strengthened, so it can carry more weight than radial ply tires, so bias ply is preferable at higher loads. So additional advantages, because of the higher strength of the steel belt in the radial tire, it is make the radial tire able to run at a very high speed with less deformation, but bias ply are prone to deformation at high speeds, and the higher strength of those belts in the radial ply tires make them less prone to puncture, as well as the higher contact patch area will directly give less roll resistance and better mileage compared to cross ply or bias ply tires. And the next classification is that the tube tire as well as the tubeless tires. Now we are going to check the tube tire. There is four components, which is tire, tube, flap and wheel disc, and we are applying the pressurized air to the tube which will inflate the tire. But in the tubeless tire there are only two parts. As you can see, there is only tire as well as the wheel disc. An air retaining valve inside the tire will protect the air from leakage. As you know, the main advantage of a tubeless tire is it have less weight compared to the tubed tire, which will eventually give better performance, and it is very less prone to puncture. So here you can see the tubeless tire is very less prone to puncture because of its air retaining valve and it will have lesser rolling resistance, which will save fuel as well as which will be cost saving compared to the tubed tire, and it will provide more safe driving experience because of its ability to move forward after getting punctured. And the tube in the tubed tire will be prone to pinch when it is get in contact with the wheel disc bed and tube. So the tubeless tires doesn't have this problem because it doesn't have a tube, and tubeless tires will be able to provide longer life compared to the tubed tire, which is an additional advantage. Now we are going to check the ratings. The first letter P shows the type of service the tire is actually providing. P shows that the tire is a passenger or light duty vehicle, or and the next number 185 shows the width of the tire, which is the lateral distance of the tire or lateral displacement, and it is shown in the unit millimeter, and the section width is shown as 185 and it is 185 millimeter. And the third part in the rating is the aspect ratio. Here you can see in the sidewall the aspect ratio's percentage is shown, which is 60%. Aspect ratio is actually defined as the ratio of section height to section width into 100, which is 60% here. Some may define it as width by height. And R shows the construction of the tire, whether it is radial or bias ply. Here R means this tire is a radial tire, and 14 shows the inner diameter of the tire, and which is the rim diameter, and it is measured in inches, which shows the rim diameter of the tire is 14 inches. Here you can see what is a rim diameter, which is the same as the inner diameter of the pneumatic tire. And the second last one, 82, shows the load index of the tire, which will give the data about the maximum load the tire can carry safely. The first and third column shows the load index, and second and fourth shows the maximum load it can carry, which means 82 belongs to 475 kilogram. The tire is able to carry 475 kilograms safely during travel. And the next one, which is the last alphabet in the rating, is shows the maximum speed the tire can carry. Here the letter is V. V belongs to 240 km per hour. So the tire is able to run at 240 km per hour maximum safely. So we will prefer to run below that. We will look back. The first one, P, shows the service type, and second one is the width in millimeter, tire width in millimeter. Third one is the aspect ratio, percentage of aspect ratio, and the fourth one is the construction, and fifth one is the rim diameter in inches, and the second last one is the load index, and the last one is a speed ratio, which shows the maximum speed the tire can carry safely. So there will be some factor of safety too. Next we are going to check the additional ratings in it. The first one shows DOT, shows the it is abbreviation of Department of Transportation. Second one shows the plant, which plant the tire is made, where the plant is, and the third one shows the tire size characteristics, and fourth one shows the details of manufacturer who made those tires, and the last one shows the manufacturing date. You can see that there is 4 numbers. The first 2 digits shows the manufacturing week, and the last 2 digits shows the manufacturing year. Here it is mean that the tire is manufactured in the 16th week in the year of 2000. Now let's look back. What are all these codes mean? The first one, which is DOT, which is shows that this Department of Transportation. Second one is the plant code. Third one is the tire size. Fourth one is the brand characteristics, whether it is made by Michelin, Pirelli or something. And the last one is the manufacturing date. First 2 digits shows the manufacturing week, last 2 digits manufacturing year. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe for updated videos. Please see you in the next video. Thank you.